All right, what's going on, y'all? I know, like, I haven't been talking about gaming topics. Like, I just did a video about Endgame. I did a live stream about Endgame, and now I'm about to talk about Game of Thrones. And I've been watching Game of Thrones. I started in 2016, back when there were 6 seasons out, and I watched all 6 seasons within a month, right? So I was very, very crazy and enthusiastic about the show, but I know I've never, talked about it on my channel, whatever. But this episode in particular, I have to talk about, and if I sound a little different or strange, that's because I was yelling during that last episode, and I popped the fuck off at the end. I popped the fuck off. I'm probably going to be yelling a little bit in this video. You guys have been warned. For those of you who haven't seen the video, clearly this video is going to have spoilers in it because I'm just straight talking about the episode. But Shok, was the episode good? Was it worth the watch? Yes. For those of you who think it's cool, or it's part of a personality trait that you don't watch Game of Thrones, you're lame as fuck, you should go watch it. Alright? Go watch it! You're not cool because you don't watch something that's popular. Some things are popular for a good reason. Game of Thrones is one of those instances. Watch Game of Thrones. So this episode, guys, Season 8, Episode 3. I knew shit was going to go down. The White Walkers showed up to Winterfell, and shit went down. Now, I know the first thing a lot of people who didn't like this episode are going to say, it was super dark, shit was kind of grainy, a lot of times it was hard to see things. You guys are absolutely correct. Here's the reason why it didn't bother me personally. The reason why it didn't bother me personally is because I felt like that was done intentionally. That was the point. You see what I mean? The scenes where, Daenerys and Jon are like flying up, in the sky, and they're in the clouds and they can't really see well. You were like, man, I can't really make out what's going on. Like, what the fuck's going on? That was the point. They were trying to put you in the shoes of the characters. The characters had low visibility as well. They couldn't tell what was going on. I'm not the type of person to excuse bad cinematography. I'm just saying that I think the cinematography was done intentionally. Right? It was made to be this way. The characters couldn't see. It was a very dark and just murky battle. And so I felt like the director wanted us to feel that way ourselves sitting there at home watching it. You know what I mean? So it personally didn't bother me. But let's talk about what fucking happened, okay? I was scared. My favorite characters are Brienne Tarth. She's a fucking badass. Well, my other character wasn't even in that battle because my other favorite character is like fucking, what's his name? Braun down there with like Cersei or whatever. But I didn't want Brienne to die. I didn't want Jaime to die. Who else did I not want to die there? I mean, there's other characters I didn't want to die, but I would have been like accepting if they did. But like, I thought Grey Worm was gonna die. Grey Worm survived. I'm glad he did. But holy shit, man! I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start, man. Like, everyone was just getting fucked up. Everyone was just getting fucked up so hard. Like, the episode was great because it just made you feel the dread, the hopelessness, just the anguish, everything, the struggle, the sweat, the blood, the tears, the sacrifice, everything, man. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, that fucking episode just channeled so much through me. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't give a fuck. This episode was better than Endgame, man. I'm sorry. Like, I don't get me wrong. I thought Endgame was great in its own right. It definitely gave me the feels and whatnot. But I definitely reacted harder to this night's episode than I did Endgame. Just straight up. Straight up. And for any of you saying that episode was bad, but you liked Endgame, when they were very closely the same thing, right? Because it had a lot of build up and then like a huge explosion kind of towards the end type deal. They were kind of set up the same way, except of course Game of Thrones was way more actiony because the battle starts pretty quickly or whatnot. But for the most part, the battle's just kind of some chopped up scenes, people killing the White Walkers. But then it kind of gets towards I'll probably say in the second half of the episode, things kind of slow down in terms of, okay, you can take more information in, clearly, right? It's not so many jump cuts and you see random soldiers, fighting and shit like that. You know what I mean? Again, not exactly like Endgame because it was definitely better well paced in my opinion and had way more action, of course. But like, goddamn, okay, first things first. Let's talk about these characters. Samuel Tarly, you can eat a dick, you fat fuck. You useless, spineless coward. Okay, his name escapes me right now. I should pull up the character list because I'm bad with some of these character names because there's so many fucking many. Hold up, let me look it up because I gotta pay this man his respects. I can't just call him Night Watch Dude. I can't just call him Night Watch Dude. Hold up. All right, so what's his name? Where's the Night Watch guy? I got the character list right here. But Samwell's about to die. He gets saved by the Night Watch dude. I can't remember his name. And then the Night Watch dude gets stabbed behind by a White Walker. Sam stands there after dude saved him. That was his brother. You know, they've been through thick and thin. They've known each other for a long time now. And he runs. He fucking bails like a fucking coward, dude. That whole episode, I was hoping Sam's ass would fucking die or like trip and land on a spike or some shit like that. But salute to the Night Watch dude. I can't remember his name. I don't even see him on this fucking list. But RIP to him. RIP. What the fuck else happened? Oh, there's just so much fucking went down, man. So much fucking went down. I was thinking Grey Worm was going to die, like I said, because the camera kept like panning in on Grey Worm and had him like looking and stuff, and like I was like, oh god, they're going to kill Grey Worm. But Grey Worm is, you know, he's good. The little girl, the little lord from the lord of like those one people, I forget her name. She went out like a G. I kind of laughed honestly when she like screamed at the giant and charged him. But hey, she took 1 for 1. Actually, she took 100 for 1, because that giant counts for at least 100 of those undead fucking soldiers. I can definitely, the one thing I did like about the episode, like I said, I excuse it because I feel like it was intentional, but I do feel like the whole air battle with Daenerys and Jon versus the Night King and his dragon, I feel like that could have been a little bit more well done. It was kind of chopped up, not paced well, and it could have been a little bit more visible and smooth, but once they kind of landed and they were on the ground, shit got pretty fucking good. Fuck, man. Fuck. There's just so much to fucking talk about. Theon, now, I'm calling him Theon. And the reason why I'm saying I'm calling him Theon is because I've always called this man Reek. But tonight, that man has earned his name. Theon, you got your dick back. Theon went out like a real ass nigga. Salute the... You a real one, Theon. You a fucking real one. You a G. You're gonna go down in history. Shouts to fucking Theon, man. Who the fuck is Reek? This nigga's name is Theon. What is dead may never die. Theon was a fucking gangster in this episode. He definitely redeemed himself. What a great end to his fucking arc. Theon was a real nigga, man. He was a real nigga. I'm sorry. The Night King, he's a little bitch. Because when he got thrown off his dragon... Oh, by the way, though, when Daenerys fucking torched him with the dragon, and he just stood there like, I'm sorry, bitch, was that supposed to do something to me? Do you know who the fuck I am? I was like, oh, shit. But then, that was badass. But then he was a little bitch, because, Jon had landed too, and Jon started, pursuing him. The Night King turns around. I'm thinking they're going to 1v1. The Night King want to, cop out. Arise, niggas, and bring all the dead soldiers back that just died or whatever, and then they were surrounding Jon. And I will say this is definitely a really bad thing about the episode. Jon was completely surrounded outside of the castle wall. He had no help because there was no soldiers outside the castle wall at that point, because at this point, they retreated probably 30 minutes ago or something like that. Probably even longer if you're talking about in the show's time, you know what I mean? But he was completely surrounded. Then it comes back to him, and all of a sudden he doesn't have any enemies to his back like that, and he's kind of fighting. Don't get him wrong, Jon's a beast. And he's been in similar situations before, but there's no way he should have lived that. But of course, they weren't going to kill him off like that. Daenerys comes in and saves the day or whatever. It's really stupid how Daenerys sat there with the dragon, and then the fucking zombies started climbing up on him and stabbing him to death. I don't know if the dragon at the end was the one that she was riding, or if that was the one that Jon was riding, where it kind of crash landed. I'm not sure if one dragon is alive or two, or both of them, because it was hard to differentiate which dragon was which in that episode because like the shit was like just so dark and there's just so much fucking going on. But man, like I was scared as shit, man. I was scared. I was scared that Clegane was gonna die. I was scared that Arya was gonna die. Of course, we won't get to Arya. I was scared that my nigga Tormund was gonna die. I was scared that Brienne, like, shit was just so desperate. You know what I mean? Like, God, it was so desperate. Like, mostly everybody, all the Winterfell soldiers mostly have died. It's really just a few randoms and like the main characters, and that's it. You see like Jaime, Brienne, and Pod like up against a wall like for an hour. They had their back to a wall, just like fighting for their fucking lives, man. And then Theon sacrificed, and all of Theon's Iron Blood got killed, and Theon was the last dude left, and he charged the Night King with the spear, knowing he was gonna die. Man, that was such a good send-off. And fucking Bran was like, "You're a good man, Theon." And Theon was like, "Well, it's time for this good man to do real nigga shit." And then he charged the Night King knowing he was gonna die, man. Like, Theon got my fucking respect, dude. Oh my God, dude. What's his name? The Lord of Light guy. Also, another G, went out like a real nigga, tried to save Arya. His name escapes me right now as well. What was his fucking name? What was this dude's name? Beric. Yeah, Beric. That was his name. Beric went out like a real G. I was sad to see him go. I did like his character. You know, he was one of the people who went up north of the wall to try to, you know, capture a fucking, you know, a White Walker. Everyone up there was just a real ass dude. Sad to see him go. Fucking, oh my God, dude. Fucking, Jorah, man. Jorah was out, so, like, I think Jon had worked his way back in the castle, but Daenerys had gotten stranded outside the castle walls. And it was just Daenerys and Jorah. And Jorah was, like, defending Daenerys to his last fucking breath, dude. He was on his knees. He got, like, stabbed, which seemingly looked like it was in the heart. He got, like, stabbed in the heart. It was like, oh, fuck, that's it. Jorah's dead. This dude stood the fuck up. It was like, oh, Daenerys. For my queen. Like, he was swinging, man. He was swinging. He was fighting. And it's like, he literally did not allow himself to die until all the White Walkers were gone. Like, once he realized Daenerys wasn't in danger, then he allowed himself to die. That is the most loyal ass person you could ever have in your life, ladies. That's the type of man y'all need to get. Y'all need to get y'all a dude like Jorah. He got stabbed in the heart. It looked like it was the heart. Maybe I need to go back and watch. I could be wrong, but he got stabbed what looked like it was in the fucking heart. He stood back up and kept fighting, and then once the White Walkers were defeated, he laid down and he was just like, mission accomplished, and died, man. Holy fuck, dude. Holy shit. Okay, now, of course, we gotta talk about the best part of the episode, which was the last part. I'm losing my fucking voice. Motherfucking Arya at the end. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. Now, I see some people who don't like what happened. I'm just like, how the fuck could you not? How the fuck could you? Like, one, it's Arya. Two, it legit looked like everyone was just gonna die. Like, I know in hindsight, you guys might say, of course they're not gonna kill all the good guys. They wouldn't do that when there's like 4 more episodes left or whatever, but just the way they set it up, they had me believing it was possible that everyone was gonna fucking die. Like I said, like fucking Jaime and Brienne and Pod had their backs against the wall, and there was just a horde of fucking enemies. Dude, like when the Night King like rose everyone up when Jon was approaching him, and then it showed all the dead bodies in the castle. Right, because the White Walkers were kind of getting phased out a little bit, but then all the dead soldiers got risen, and you just see these bloody, just, you know, Clegane and Jaime and them, they're just bloodied and tired, and Tormund, and you just see all these other soldiers rise up, and they're just like, fuck, it's, you know, just utter despair and hopelessness, man. I legit thought at least 90% of these people were going to get clapped. I thought fucking Sansa was going to kill herself when she took out the dagger and was looking at fucking Tyrion. I thought she was just going to like, psh. I was kind of hoping she would, because I've honestly never liked Sansa. I still don't like her. I mean, I guess she's okay now. She's tolerable. But just because of what she's done in the past, I don't really think she's really had a redemption arc like that. I mean, I like how her and Arya kind of tag teamed Littlefinger, which was a character I really hated, and they killed his ass. But outside of that, I'm not really a big fan of Sansa. I was hoping she would kill herself, but she's still alive. But yeah, Arya, dude, like, when the Night King was about to, like, draw his sword to kill fucking Bran, like, and one of the White Walkers behind him, you saw his hair, like, swoosh. I was like, why did his hair swoosh? Is that a dragon coming in? Or, like, what's going on? Apparently, it was fucking Arya hauling ass. Like, she must have been gone. Because the White Walkers had completely surrounded Theon and Bran. He probably had at least maybe like 200 White Walkers in that area, including his little White Walker. I guess you call them lieutenants or whatever. I don't know if they have an official name or title or something like that. But, you know, like the non-generic White Walkers that are usually with him, they were all there. So the fact that Arya got to his ass, she was chopping. But the Night King, of course, because he's a fucking Night King, like, she doesn't necessarily get him from surprise the first time. He turns around and, like, grabs her by her throat. I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna kill Arya. Like, the Night King has his hands around Arya's throat. This bitch is dead. No. Arya hits him with a 50-50 mix-up, drops the dagger. Ha! Yo, like, okay, so if you guys saw my in-game live stream, let me not say that because I don't want to say any spoilers for in-game. But if you guys haven't seen in-game, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, during Act 3, during the final battle, you know, I popped off during that battle in in-game. Arya, at the end of this episode, I popped off 3 times as hard. In the theater when I was watching in-game, I was like, oh yeah, let's go. But like with Arya, when she stabbed the Night King, I literally leapt up off the couch. I was jumping. I was like, let's go. Let's fucking go, Arya. Like, let's fucking go. We did it. I was talking about we. I was fucking there in the battle or something. You know what I mean? Like, I was popping off, dude. I was popping the fuck off. That. A lot of people were upset about the way that ended. I don't see how. I don't see how. Some people are like, oh yeah, like, you know, the Night King got hyped up to be this big badass and he just got taken out so easily. But you shouldn't look at it in such layman black and white terms. Like, first off, he knows he's the fucking Night King. He knows he's powerful, so he's cocky. His guard would be let down if a little girl was rushing him. He doesn't know what this little girl's capable of. You see what I mean? Not to mention she hit him with a mix-up. It's not like she killed him in like one-to-one combat. Like, if she had a sword battle with him and killed him, yeah, I would say that was bullshit. But she tricked him. He grabbed her by the throat and he's like, I'm the fucking Night King. This is a little female child. You know, of course he's going to have his guard down. And she dropped the knife like, you know, like, oh, I dropped my item. But it was like a fake out. It was a feint. He wasn't expecting that. He's the Night King. This is a little fucking child, basically. I think it was fine the way he died. That's not saying that, he wasn't powerful. Like, oh, he wasn't as badass as we thought. He fucking brushed off dragon fire. He's clearly powerful sometimes, and especially if you guys watch anime, you know, sometimes much weaker characters can overcome stronger characters through the use of, you know, techniques, trickery, strategy, you know, so on and so forth. That's what happened. That shit was amazing. Arya is that. Fucking Arya, dude. Like, fuck Cersei, fuck Daenerys, fuck Jon Snow, fuck all them niggas. Fucking Arya needs to be crowned Queen of the Seven Realms, or whatever the fuck the title is. Fuck all the Targaryens, all the Starks, except Arya needs to, she saved everyone. She saved everyone. The only reason why humanity is still fucking alive at this point is because of Arya. That shit was amazing. But I'm losing my fucking voice, guys. I gotta end this. Was there anything I fucking missed? I don't fucking know, dude. Wow.